Hello everyone and welcome to another Add Maths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing SPM 2019 Paper 1 Question 5 from Form 5 Chapter 1 Progressions short question. Okay, before that, please like this video to show your support and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Okay, let me read the question now. It is given that the sum of the first m terms of an arithmetic progression is Sm equals to k plus 1 over 2 times a plus 7, k in a bracket, such that k is a constant. A is the first term and 7 is the last term. Okay, so the question part A, they ask us to express k in terms of m, whereas for the question part B, they ask us to state the range of values of k. So this is the overall question. So I hope that you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, a big thumbs up to you guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries, I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions. So without further delay, let us start to solve the question. This question number 5 is not literally testing you on the calculation, but towards the understanding of the progression. Okay, in this case is the arithmetic progression. So within the arithmetic progression, you have two ways to calculate the Sn, okay, which is the sum of n term, guys. So we're going to look one of the formula. Okay, so let us start to solve the question part A. So the one of the way that we can use to calculate the Sn for arithmetic progression is Sn is equals to n over 2 and then you times with a plus l, where a is your first term and l is your last term. So why I'm using this, okay, we can literally relate this with the question given, okay, where they give the hint that the a is the first term and 7 is the last term, okay, which makes sense, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to substitute m into the equation here. So from here, Sm will be equals to m over 2 and then you times with a plus l. Okay, this is the equation that we formed by ourselves. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to compare this with the equation given by the question. Okay, so the equation given by the question is Sm equals to k plus 1 over 2 and then in a bracket times with a plus with 7. Okay, so from here you can know that 7 is your last term and then you can compare m over 2 with k plus 1 over 2. So we just focus our comparison between these two, guys, since we are expressing k in terms of m. Okay, so from here m over 2 is equals to k plus 1 over 2. Okay, the 2 and 2 we can cancel them out. So you only left with m is equals to k plus 1. Okay, since we are expressing k in terms of m, so this plus 1, so we move it over to the left hand side. So from here you get your k is equals to m minus 1. Okay, so this is your answer for the question part A. So let me underline the solution. Okay, I hope you understand the step for the question part A. So let me proceed to the question part B now. Let us proceed to the question part B, where they ask us to state the range of values of k. So in order to find the range of values of k, you need to understand the concept of progressions. Okay, in the progressions, you always come up with a positive integers. The minimum value that you can come up in a progression, which is the first term. Okay, there will always be a t1, t2, t3. Okay, that is for the number of term. Whereas when you want to find the sum of term, it will always start with the s1, s2, s3 and so on. Okay, in reality you won't have such that t0 or t negative 1 and t negative 2, and the same thing applies to the sum of n term. You won't have a sum of 0th term and the sum of negative 1 term. Okay, in practical that is not possible. Okay, so the first step what you need to do is you need to come up with a constraint of the m. Okay, in this case your m can only be a positive integer. So your m can only be more than equal to 1. So this is the first condition that you need to come up with. In the question part A, since we already form an equation of k in terms of m, where k is equals to m minus 1, so in our next step what we can do is we can form the equation m in terms of k. So from here your m will be equals to k plus 1. Since we have already come up with the condition that your m must be more than equal to 1, so you substitute this value into here. So from here k plus 1 should be more than equal to 1. So this plus 1 you move it over to the right hand side. So from here you should get your k more than equal to 0. Okay, so this is your final answer, guys. Okay, let me underline the solution for the question part B. If you're still unsure whether your answer is correct or not, okay, you can substitute the answer with respect to the range k more than equal to 0. Let's say for example k is equals to -1 into the equation here. So from here -1 is equals to m minus 1. So from here this -1 you move it over to the left hand side. So -1 you plus with 1. So from here you get your m equals to 0. Okay, in reality you cannot have the m equal to 0, guys. Okay, you can only have a positive integer in a progression. Okay, even the minimum value, it starts with the first term. You cannot have a 0th term. Okay, so I hope you understand the concept behind this. Okay, so that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope you understand the full working that I've shown to you. If you like this video, please give your thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future, and not to forget to share this video. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.